Probably one of the most important things when it comes to improving yourself or learning a new skill, and that is discipline, which is easier said than done to implement. So in this video, I'm going to talk about ways to actually stay consistent in your discipline and stay disciplined. Number one is that you have to stick to a schedule. So if I use myself as an example, every morning I wake up and learn coding. At the moment I'm learning Python, and then I ensure that every single day in the morning after I have my coffee, or while I have my coffee, I am watching a tutorial at the same time I'm implementing what I'm learning at that very moment. So it is not a very fun experience sometimes for me. So this is why point number two is very important. For those times where you don't feel like doing it, you have to force yourself into it so that this actually becomes a habit. So you force the habit into yourself. Number three, you spend little time in it. Think about it this way. Maybe you're underweight or you're overweight and you're thinking of changing your diet and you are thinking of joining gym. Now, changing the diet is something that might feel like something that you would be able to actually implement over long term, but going to gym, waking up in the morning and going to a gym, or waking up and going to jog is actually not very easy. And if you start off first day at the gym or first day jogging, you do like an hour or more, you might find that the next day you wake up with body aches. You're having DOMS, which is called delayed muscle onset soreness. Yabo. You have that in the morning. So once you have that in the morning, when you think about going back to the gym again and your body is aching everywhere, then that is not a viable option. Your brain is telling you that no, we are not going back to the pain. Even though they say that no pain, no gain, your brain is telling you that the pain that we felt was a bit too foreign, and your brain is really designed to protect you from danger, and gym at that moment is actually danger. So spend little time in it. This is also in learning. I spent 30 to 45 minutes when I learned Python. Before I did 2 hours, and it was information overload. The first 30 minutes of everything that I learned for the first 4 sessions, I actually am aware of those things right now. When I see a line of code, I remember those things, and anything else after the first 30 minutes is just blurry information. So I actually have to go back and spend little time in it so that I leave the session or the tutorial wanting more. That means that I actually have absorbed that messaging or the information that I got. Point number 4, which is also very, very important, is to hold yourself accountable. So if you tell yourself that you are going to wake up in the morning and go to the gym and you don't do that, you have to hold yourself accountable. And if there is a valid reason, that reason has to actually be valid instead of it being an excuse. Because sometimes you can actually make valid excuses, and the first excuse can lead into the second, third, or even fourth. So when you hold yourself accountable, you don't negotiate with yourself. You only negotiate with yourself if the excuse that you are giving yourself is very valid and there was no other way that you can actually go around it. So you actually have to attend to whatever that valid reason is. Otherwise, you have to go to the gym or stick to whatever you are saying that you are sticking to. Have that stick with itness. That's about it for this one. See you with the next one. Watch the previous video, subscribe. If you don't, I'm gonna splash you with water.